Hi, welcome back to my Discovery Days. I want to take you through the process now of how you look after your starter if you're only making, say, one loaf of bread a week. So this is the process. Hope you enjoy. Hi, just going to do a sequence this morning on how to take a starter that's not been used for a long time. It's been in the fridge. So it's for people that don't make bread very often, maybe once a week. They're keeping their starter in the fridge for 5 days, which is fine, 6 days, 7 days. So I'll do an example here now of one I've had in the fridge for, this one has been in the fridge for 6 days. So what I'll do is I'll take this starter here, which is kind of very flat, absolutely fine. It's pretty crusty, but it's been in the fridge, let's say, for 6 days. And I'm going to turn this now into a lovely, fresh, bubbly starter to make a loaf of bread with. So I'll show you the process here and what you measure out and what happens as far as making that. So I'll just put this down and we'll show you how to make it. So take over a fresh jar like this. I use an elastic band on here just to kind of help me know when the starter is double in size, so you get an idea here of its growth. So that's kind of a marker that I keep on there. So first of all, we're going to put 10 grams of our starter. Get this going on here. 10 grams of the starter from the fridge. So here's our starter from the fridge, been sitting around there for 6 days, and we're going to have about 10 grams of this in. Not all that much. A little bit over is fine. I'm going to be too precise on this, but around about 10 grams is pretty good of starter. So okay, we're 12 there. I'm happy with that. 12 is fine. So then I'm going to add in from there, just zero that, 50 grams of water. I'm using filtered water here, but you could use tap water. Filtered water is probably better because it's taking out the chlorine and fluorine, so it's going to kind of fluoride, so it's going to help you a little bit in your process. So 50 grams in of water, thereabouts. There we go, close enough, 48 grams of water. And then to that we're going to add in then 50 grams of flour. I'm using organic stone ground whole wheat flour here, wholemeal flour. So 50 grams of this in there. Okay, we're getting pretty close there. All right, I'm happy with that. Now we're going to mix that around now. We want it to be a little bit like kind of toothpaste, I guess, in a way, the kind of consistency. So I'll just smooth that away. This is a standard way to make a starter, this process. So if you've got one if you want to make a starter for a loaf of bread tomorrow, the night before, in the evening, do the same thing. Do a 10 grams of starter, 50 grams of water, 50 grams of flour. I prefer to use organic flour, kind of, especially things like rye flours or whole wheat flours, because you've got the whole kernel in there and you've got a lot more chance for microbe growth in there. So I'm pretty happy that's stirred around pretty well in there. Just make sure that's nice. As you can see on here, it's kind of a nice consistency to it. There's an awful lot like toothpaste. So we'll just, okay, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to flatten this off in here. And this isn't important for you guys so much, but it's just for me, so I can just measure, just show you over the next day or so how this has grown on there. So when this is ready, it's pretty much going to be to the top of this jar. And what I'll do now is I'll just roll this up on here until we're around about kind of whereabouts it is. So as you can see, that's going to double in size on there. Then we know we've got a beautiful starter. So I'll put this somewhere in the house that's not too cold, maybe kind of 20 degrees, 22 degrees. If it's less than that, it's fine, but that's probably optimal around about that temperature. So I put this here, it's kind of by the side in the kitchen so I won't forget it. And I'll come back to that tomorrow morning, and that should be a fantastic bubbly starter ready to make a loaf of bread with. So that's how to go from a fridge starter here that's been kind of rejuvenated to a lovely bubbly starter here. So I'll come back tomorrow and I'll show you this starter once it's done its thing. Okay, thank you. And enjoy. Here we go then. So this is now 8 hours later. So the starter that we made up 8 hours ago, it's now risen to the top of the container. Probably would have gone a bit more, but the top lid was on there. And you can see on here beautiful bubbles on here. This will be lovely and aerated for your next loaf. So you can see it's gone up here, double and a bit more, which is really what you want to have when you're making a sourdough loaf. So you could put this to one side now in the fridge for another kind of 5, 6, 7 days and not use it, and go through the same process again we've just been through. Or right now, because this is a fresh one, you could use 100 grams of this on your next loaf, save 10 grams in the jar which is left over to make up your next starter. So really you keep on kind of going through this cycle of, if you're not using it every day, making one, put it in the fridge for up to a week, we'll say, maybe longer, I don't know, I've only ever gone to a week myself, and then rejuvenate it again with a new one like this, which you can use or keep on going for the next time. So that's really it, that's the basics of keeping your starter going when you only make a small number of loaves, 1 or 2 a week, to keep your starter alive, keep it going, because the last thing you want to happen is to actually lose your starter, because then you're going to start over again or get a starter from somebody else. So I hope you enjoyed that, and please keep on making bread, and I'll keep on doing videos. So thank you very much. Well, just to finish things off, I thought I'd actually show you the completed loaf that I made with that starter and just show you how well it worked. Enjoy!